Have you ever had an unexpected road trip? Well, if you didn't catch video number one, this is video number two of my unexpected road trip from Atlanta to Oklahoma City. It was quite the venture. Talked about it some on the first one, but today I want to talk about, on this video, I want to talk about how the thoughts we have become our reality. I know it's a little bit out there for some of you. It's like airy fairy woo woo, like what? I don't get it. But it even says in the Bible, so a man thinketh he is. It's all about our mindset. It's all about our mind and what happens. And I'm going to prove to you in this video how I created my whole entire series of shenanigans on my road trip, or actually that led to my road trip. First thing, I graduated from the University of Oklahoma. Big OU fan. Love football. No, I don't necessarily understand all of it, but it doesn't really matter. We're just rooting for 10 yards at a time and a touchdown, march down the field. It's all good. I wanted to watch the OU Texas game. It's one of our rival games of the year, one of the biggest. I wanted to watch the game. And I was going to this conference in Miami. I had booked it. I paid for it like 10 months ago. I was going. I'm all set. I'm going. But I kept saying, man, the OU Texas game is at 11 o'clock Central. And I'm going to be flying. I'm going to miss a chunk of the game. But I'm supposed to land in Oklahoma City at 12:15. And I can listen to it in the car, or I can go to my neighbors and watch it. They're going to have a watch party. I'm going to get to see the game one way or the other, but like, I'm not going to get to see all of it. I'm just not going to get to see all of it. I said this many times. Like, I said it many times. It was out loud. It was in the universe. Whatever you believe in, it was there. So that was number one. Number two, I got to the airport in Oklahoma City to take my flight. I listened to a lot of audiobooks, love audiobooks, and I wanted to make sure my phone was fully charged. So I went up to it's like bar height with stools table there at the airport, and they have outlets so you can plug in your devices and charge them up. So I plug in my phone to make sure I'm at 100% before I get on my Southwest Airline flight. Did you know they canceled a bunch of flights? It created my road trip. Plug in my phone. It's fully charged. A custodian comes up next to me, and he picks up, I wish I had one here to show you. He picks up a hot pink rubber band hair tie. And he said, ma'am, did you drop this? Well, chances are he was standing 4 feet from me and watched it flip out of my bag as I pulled out my charger cord. And I said, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's mine. Being a little bougie there. No, I don't think that's mine. He said, oh, okay, are you sure? And I said, yeah, but even if it is, I don't really want it. It's been on the floor of the airport. You can just throw it away. Because I have lots of hair ties. The third piece of this scenario is that I made the comment as I'm finding out about my delayed flights that maybe I should just rent a car. I could get home faster. I was being facetious. And just, yeah, whatever. I could just rent a car and be home faster. And we're progressing down the road of the road trip. So I wake up at the butt crack of dawn on Saturday morning to get to the airport. Blah, 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 blah. I get to the airport and check in. They have already changed my flight. They changed it the night before. So instead of flying Atlanta, Houston, don't even change planes, but Houston, Oklahoma City, good to go. And they say, I'm going to go Miami to Atlanta, Oklahoma City. Okay. But now my flight, I'm going to land actually a little bit earlier, 30 minutes earlier, I think. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to land at 11:30 Central Time. I can watch my game. Okay, I'm good. All is well with the world. The flight lands in Atlanta. And as soon as I turn my phone off airplane mode, it starts buzzing that I have text messages, and my text message says, "Your flight has been delayed." Are you kidding me? Like, you're screwing with my game here now. So my flight's delayed to 1:15, which makes it 12:15 Central. So I'll get to see probably close to the first half. And then I'm going to miss like the exciting part of the game. So I'm not happy about this at all. And I mosey over to this big kiosk to find, some place to get breakfast and start drinking. Because if I'm going to miss the game, if this is not going to happen, I'm in an airport, start drinking. So I meet 3 other people and we end up all going together. They let me join their party and we have breakfast and a beer. And that's a whole nother story. But I get back to, we're sitting there and it's like, oh, we need to go back. And I was like, well, I have a lot of time, but I'll mosey back with you to the right terminal. I look at my phone. I've misread it. My flight is not at 1:15 Saturday, which it was Saturday. My flight is 1:15 Sunday. I had already said maybe I should just rent a car, right? Do you remember me saying that? I said that. So I go back to where we started. I go up to a Southwest agent and she said, "Ma'am, I cannot get you home today at all." Oh, crap. Okay. She goes, "But I can change your flight to tomorrow morning at 9:15 instead of 1:15, so you'll get home earlier." Perfect. Get me home earlier. I'm all in. Let's get home earlier. So I said, "Oh, I probably need a hotel." And she goes, "Yeah, good luck with that." Fine. I get on my little app, my Marriott Bonvoy app. I tap it. I find a hotel close to the airport. I go out. I find the shuttle. I get to the hotel. And I said, "Hey, I need to check in." And she goes, "Oh, no, ma'am. The rooms aren't ready yet." Okay, fine. "Do you have a bar? And do you have a TV? And is it all open? Can I get there?" Yes. So I go in and sit down, and here comes somebody, and they get me a beer, and they put my game on. The guy even puts the sound on. I watched the game, and in the end, short story, spoiler alert, OU won. It was a very exciting game. So I'm thrilled. I saw the game. Oh, it was great. I kind of manifested that. Like I said, I wanted to watch the game. I missed Texas getting the first 2 touchdowns of the game in less than 2 minutes, which I still don't understand how that happened. I need to find a replay somewhere. But I got to see my game. I had been saying for 2 weeks, I'm so disappointed I can't see my game. Guess what? I got to see my game. Super comfortable. I had beer. I had a burger. All was well. Met a nice man, came up, sat next to me. Actually, I sat next to him. That's another story. And he was a Texas fan, so he left a little sad, but I was happy. And I go to check into my room. I paid my bill on my room because on my little app, it says what room I'm in. All is well with the world. And I go up to the room and I hold my phone to the door. It doesn't unlock it. Like nothing happens. And it says, "Make sure you're on Bluetooth." I'm on Bluetooth. Nothing is happening. Nothing. I go back downstairs and I said, "Ma'am, this is not working." Now, mind you, I've been drinking a bit all day. I'm being as nice as I can possibly be, considering I'm stranded in Atlanta and I don't want to be there. And it's $200 for a freaking hotel room. And she goes, "Ma'am, you're not at the right hotel." Are you kidding me? How can I not be at the right hotel? I got on the shuttle. It said Marriott. And she said, "Well, there's another one. And you're at the wrong one. And the shuttle will come get you and take you there." Shuttle comes. As I get off the shuttle with 3 Southwest Airlines flight attendants who are trying to get to the airport so they can make their flight, but they don't know if they're going to make theirs or not, I said, "I hope this is the right hotel." I go walking in and I look down at the floor mat, and what does it say? Courtyard by Marriott. It doesn't say Gateway Marriott. It says Courtyard. I'm supposed to be on the 5th floor. This is a 1-story hotel. I go to the guy at the front desk and I was like, what? And he was like, no, ma'am, you're at the wrong hotel. And so F bombs are dropping. I'm like, I can't even believe this is happening. How do I get to the other hotel? Oh, we'll have the shuttle come get you. And then you go to the airport, and then you have to walk all the way around the building, and then you have to cross 4 lanes of traffic, and then you have to get on a train that will take you around to the proper hotel. Okay. So then I go up and I was like, I want to get this clear. I want to make sure I understand the route. We go over it all over again. I plop back down. I'm so disgruntled. Like, I'm trying to hold it together. I'm trying to be a leader. I'm trying to be a good example. But are you freaking kidding me? There are 3 Marriotts at the Atlanta airport, and I've now already been to 2, and it's still not the right one. So the shuttle bus drives up. I get up, I get in, and I said, would you please take me to wherever I have to be at the airport for the Gateway Marriott Airport Hotel? He says, yes, ma'am. I get in the bus or the shuttle. I guess it is a shuttle bus. And out runs the little young man from the inside the hotel, and they have a little chat. I don't know what they're saying. And the gentleman shuts the door and he looks back at me and he goes, ma'am, you are in luck. Since nobody else is on the shuttle, I'm going to drive you directly to your hotel. I don't have to walk around the building and cross 4 lanes of traffic and get on a train to get to the hotel. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Like, I so appreciate that. Yes. So we have a nice chat. His Georgia Bulldogs won. My OU Sooners won. We're both really happy. And he pulls up to the hotel and he said, I can't get you all the way to the front door because I can't turn around there in their little turnaround, but it's right there. No, it is right there. Okay, I can walk that far. Yes, I'm totally capable. I can do that. So I walk down there. I walk up to the front desk. I hold up my phone and I said, please tell me I'm at the right hotel. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. She said, yes, ma'am. And I said, okay, so will this like thing to go on my door work? Will my door open? And she goes, yeah, but I could just give you a card key. Please give me a card key. Yes, that would be so helpful. Awesome. I said, I have just spent all day at the wrong hotel in the bar, drinking and eating. I paid for it on my room only to find out I'm not staying there. I was nice enough to go back and give the bartender my credit card. So I actually paid for my beers and my burger. I said, but isn't that crazy that I was at the wrong hotel this whole time? She goes, oh, yeah. Our sports bar is right around the corner and it opens in 6 minutes. I said, are you kidding me? She said, no. I said, your sports bar doesn't open for 6 minutes. So if I had come here first, I would have missed the whole game. I would have missed all of it. And she said, mm-hmm. I go up to my room thinking, I'm so glad that I went to the wrong hotel where the bar was open, the kitchen was open, the TV was on. I watched my game. I could have felt very different at that moment. That could have been like, really unprofessional behavior at that point. So I'm in the room and I'm watching other football and I'm on the TikTok watching some pretty hilarious videos. And at this point, I've been up for like 13 hours. I just feel gross. I've already been on 1 plane. I've been in 2 bars. I've been on a couple of trains and, multiple shuttle buses. And I thought, I'm going to take a shower. I'm in this nice hotel. They have soap, they have water, they have towels. I'm going to take a shower. And I go to put my hair in a ponytail so I don't get it all wet. I dump my purse. I dump my little travel bag that I carry on and off planes. And guess what? I don't have a rubber band. I don't have a hair tie at all. What did I use for a hair tie? The lanyard. The lanyard from the event. As a matter of fact, I had been to an event in LA a couple weeks before. I had that lanyard in there too. I I had two to choose from. I had two lanyards to choose from. I pulled my hair up. I wrapped that lanyard around and made a hair tie out of a lanyard. And does this go back to the start of this video? Yes. Yes, it does. Because I was being bougie and I did not want my own rubber band out of my own bag that had fallen on the floor to be put back in my bag and put in my hair because it had been on the floor in the airport. And guess what? That was the only rubber band I had. The universe was telling me, Jennifer, you, young lady, are going to need this rubber band. And what did I do? I don't need it. I don't need it. Just throw it away. So I used a lanyard to put my hair in a ponytail. Took a shower, took a little nap, watched a little football. Wake up the next morning. I have no idea what time it is. None whatsoever. It's pitch black in my room because I don't think there's any point being in a hotel room unless it's pitch black. And I flip my phone over and look at it, and it's 405, 4:10. My flight's not till 9:15. I'm up extra early. I can go back to sleep, but oh, guess what? There's a notification. My flight has not been delayed. It has not been rescheduled. It has been flat out canceled. Red letters across the little pop-up on your phone that says you have a notification. Canceled. Call this number and use this special PIN to get in. Okay, well, nobody ever answered. I tried to go into the website, couldn't get in with my new special PIN. I guess I had already used it on the phone. I made the comment yesterday I could drive home faster. I start looking for rental cars. None to be found. Like none. So I brush my teeth. I put my clothes on. I go downstairs and I was like, hey, how do I get to a rental car place? Can you help me? Can you hook me up with a rental car? She goes, no, but if you take the train back to the airport to the rental car stop. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what? And she was like, yeah, you go out the building, turn right, follow the sidewalk, go to the next building, get in it, go to the third floor, get on the train. And I went, okay, let me go get my stuff. I'll be right back. So I go up to my room, I get all my stuff, I come back down, and I was like, okay, so talk me through this again. I don't want to be lost. Like, talk me through it. She talks me through it. I go out, I walk around, I get on the tram, I get to the exit or the stop that is for the rental car. And I get off and I'm on like a 2-story escalator. I haven't been on a 2-story escalator in a while. Washington, D.C. and the subways, they have a lot of them. So I get on the escalator, and as I'm going down, I see the Hertz rental car counter. And I'm going down. And I was like, crap, how do I get back up? So there are a couple people, and somebody's helping somebody at this counter here, and somebody else is over here. And I walk up to this gal, and I was like, are you open? And she goes, no, we don't have any cars. We're not opening till 6. And it's like 5:03. I was like, well, crap. Okay. So I'm looking around trying to figure out how am I going to get to Hertz? Because I was on this double-decker escalator. I find another escalator that's a one-flighter. I go up it, get to the top. Hertz has one lady here and one lady at the other end helping a customer. So when I get off the escalator, I'm closest to the lady right there who's not helping anyone. And I walk up and I said, can you help me, or do I need to go stand where the line would be? And she goes, you need to wait. Go over there. Awesome. I am going to be a professional. I'm going to be nice. It is 5 a.m. And for me, 5 comes once a day, and that is in the PM. So I start walking to stand there. I'm going to hold it together. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be amazing. This is not my fault. This is not her fault. A lot of people say there's a lot of blame. I think there's a lot of blame everywhere. I think it was weather. I think it was air traffic control. And I think it was a sick out, whatever. It was all the above. And like I said in the first video, I was not injured. I didn't miss too much catastrophic stuff, although I did miss a birthday party. And I was safe the whole time. So, there's that in my gratitude video. I don't get 10 feet from this woman, and she goes, okay, come here. I will help you. I walked over there and now I'm just going to be as sassafrassy as she is. And I said, I need a car. I need to drive it to Oklahoma City. I need to turn it in at the Will Rogers World Airport. We don't go anywhere in the world, but we still call ourselves that. The Will Rogers World Airport. And I need it now. Please and thank you. And she looks at me and she says, well, with an attitude like that, you should have brought me some breakfast and coffee. I said, well, honey, if I had had any effing breakfast and effing coffee, I would have brought you some. And she goes, oh, well, let me see what I can do to get you home. And I said, I would totally appreciate that. So $527.38 later, I was given a ticket and told to walk outside and get in a Chevy Malibu in parking spot 264. There were no cars. Like, cars should be facing each other from this end to this end, and it was huge. It's a parking garage. And guess what? There was one car at the very end with the hood up. I do not want the car at the end with the hood up. Over here on the next lane, totally the whole length, two small SUVs like a Toyota RAV4 or something facing each other. I don't want a RAV4. I want a sedan. I love Toyotas. I'm a Toyota man. I have a Toyota Avalon, my second one, and I had a Lexus. So I'm all about the Toyotas. I should be their spokesperson. But I don't want a small SUV on this 800-mile trip I'm getting ready to take unexpectedly. So I turn around and I look and there's one Chevy and I walk up to it and it's a Malibu and I open the door and it had gas and keys and I took it. I didn't find out till a couple hours later when I was in Leeds, Alabama at the Buc-ee's getting gas and provisions because you cannot road trip without snacks and provisions. And I realized how dirty this car was. Somebody had just turned that car in full of gas and left, and I took it. Someone said, was it completely sprayed down for COVID? And I said, crap, no. There are like fingerprints on the dash from the passenger seat. There was a sock. There was a water bottle. There were water bottle. That car had not been cleaned out. They had no intentions of me taking that car. But guess what? I got a car. I was so happy. So if you think for one hot minute, your thoughts do not in any way create your reality, I'm just here to tell you, you're wrong. You just need to get on the bus because you're wrong. They do. I thought I didn't need a hair tie, and the universe was telling me you need a hair tie. So I drove all the way home from Atlanta, Georgia, with my hair wrapped up in a lanyard. After I got to watch all of my OU game other than the first two touchdowns that Texas got, and I said I could drive home faster. And guess what, people? I drove home. I did. I had a road trip. I drove home. It was 11 and a half hours to get to our little trailer at the lake. And then the next day I drove the last 2 hours. Well, it was about 2.5 hours to get to the airport to turn in my rental car and get my luggage. Because guess what? I had no luggage. It was waiting at the airport for me because I was like, yeah, they're just going to get my luggage there to the airport. I'll pick it up, drop off the rental car, get in my car, and I'll go home and it'll all be good. And it was. And I did. And it all worked out just fine. I am going to see if I can file a claim and get any of my money back for my extra $1,000 road trip I had to take. Craziness happens in life and along the way, but sometimes we can look back like Steve Jobs says, you can't connect the dots in front of me, only the dots behind you. Connect the dots. I don't need that hair tie, but I did. I want to watch the OU game, and I did. I could drive home faster, and guess what? I did. I am Jennifer Takagi with Takagi Consulting. Do you need leadership development? Do you need to know how to change your mindset to do things better? I don't get it right all the time, but you know what? I'm on a journey to try. Message me. Let's talk. Let's have a coffee chat. I don't drink coffee, but we can just call it a coffee chat because that's what everybody else does. I look forward really to connecting with you soon.